का लाइव डेमो वीडियो होने वाला है. If you have watched my previous video that was on common mistakes, you must have seen students they were not able to write analytical paragraph in the December tests. The recent December tests, you may call them pre-boards. So students they were not able to write it. So what I thought is to give them a live demo on how to write an analytical paragraph. So it will be better if you grab your pencil and a notebook and sit with me and write as I guide you step by step. So जैसे ही step by step मैं आपको guide करूँगी, in the same way if you keep on writing, you will learn the intricacies of writing. So तुम्हें बिल्कुल समझ आ जाएगा how to write it. So let's get started. So first the question. Now this is the question of the December test. The bar chart below shows the number of men and women studying engineering at Australian universities. Write an analytical paragraph describing the general trend and other details. Make comparisons where relevant. So this is important. Make comparisons. You have to make comparisons and you have to write about the general trend and other details. Word limit is 100 to 120 words. Marks is 5. So this is the question. Now you can see the graph here. The blue ones, it is women. The red ones, men. Now इस तरफ number of students है studying engineering and this number is given in thousands. और यहाँ पे years है 1992, 2002 and 2012. So this is the graph. अब सबसे पहले हमने notes बनाने, एक rough draft जो है वो तैयार करना है और उसके लिए हमें चाहिए that acronym. If you have seen my previous videos on analytical paragraph, so you must know what is the acronym. So this is the acronym. Keep social distance and prevent grouping to gain more company. तो अपनी notebook में इसको एक side पे लिख लो and after that we will start writing the rough points. So first we have K. Now K is for kind. So ये किस तरह का graph है? It is a bar graph. तो हमने जब अपनी first introductory line लिखनी है उसमें हमने ये लिखना है कि वो किस तरह का graph है. So that is K, bar graph. Now comes S. S it is similarity. तो यहाँ पे हमें क्या similarity नजर आ रही है अब हमने वो लिखनी है. So similar trend एक तो ये नजर आ रहा है women के केस में in 2002 and 2012. और एक सिमिलैरिटी क्या है कि जो men हैं, men की जो नंबर है वो कंसिस्टेंटली बढ़ रहा है. तो हमने सिमिलैरिटी लिख दी नंबर ऑफ वुमेन इट बिकेम कांस्टेंट इन द ईयर 2002 and in 2012 और men showed consistent increase. तो ये हमने पॉइंट जो है वो सिमिलैरिटी में नोट कर लिया. Now उसके बाद D, from D we have difference. Now what is the difference? अगर हम यहाँ देखें तो हमें क्या difference नज़र आ रहा है? So सबसे पहले हमें difference जो है वो नज़र आ रहा है a huge difference in the enrollment or in the admissions of men and women. तो हम एक ये difference जो है ये note कर सकते हैं. तो अगर हमें कोई और difference नज़र आए तो हम वो भी note कर सकते हैं. So huge difference between the enrollment. So वो हमने पहले लिख लिया 1992 में there is a huge difference. उसके बाद 2002 में क्या हुआ? There is a decline in the number of women and increase in the number of men. तो जो हमें difference नज़र आया वो हमने नोट कर लिया. अब उसके बाद ये जो and है इससे कोई भी फिगर नहीं बनती है. Now we come to P and then we come to G. Now P is for pairs and G is for grouping. लेकिन हम पहले ग्रुप बनाएंगे उसके बाद हम पेयर बनाएंगे. ग्रुप के बाद पेयर बनते हैं. So ग्रुप अब यहाँ पे हमने ग्रुपिंग करनी है. Since these are only 3 years that are given, so एक ग्रुप में 1992 ले लिया मैंने और दूसरे ग्रुप में 2002 और 2012 ले लिया. But you can make groups in any way. You can take 1992 and 2002 in one group and you can leave 2012 for your second group. That is your choice. But I have taken 1992 and then I have taken 2002 and 2012. So पेयर हमारा सेम होगा एज ग्रुप, बिकॉज ग्रुप हमने पहले बनाने हैं. सो ये दो मैंने ग्रुप्स बनाए हैं. सो एज आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू 1992 आई हैव टेकन एज फर्स्ट ग्रुप एंड 2002 to 2012 I have taken as the second group. अगर हमारा जो ग्रुप है वो ज़्यादा हो, that means suppose there were three things in this group 1992, then 2002 or 2012 अगर हम एक ग्रुप में लेते and there were other years for the second group, तो फिर हमने आगे पेयर्स में उनको डिवाइड कर सकते थे. बट सिंस ये वैसे ही सिर्फ 3 है तो इसमें आगे पेयर्स जो है वो बनाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. सो हमारे पेयर्स जो है वो सेम होंगे जो हमारे ग्रुप्स हैं उसके लिए. नाउ नेक्स्ट कम्स टी. ये टी से होता है टाइम पीरियड. सो टाइम पीरियड मीन्स कि यहाँ पे हमें कितने सालों का डेटा दिया हुआ है. सो नाउ इन दिस केस दिस टाइम पीरियड इट इज ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ 20 years. तो हमने लिख लिया. Now why is this important? Suppose in some line we want to write it when we are giving information about the graph, that the graph is giving us the data for how many years. So in that case we can write that it is 20 years. Then comes this G. Now this G is for general trend. ये जो general trend है that is important when we have to write the conclusion. So conclusion लिखने में general trend जो है वो काम आता है. So general trend it means what do we find in this graph generally as a first glance, on a first glance. So what we come to know about this graph. So on first glance, so as we see this graph, so whatever you can grab, so you have to make it as your general trend. In general trend you are not to write any year, you are not to give any figures, and general trend will make your concluding line. So let's see here in this case. So growth in case of men, so as we can see now every time the number of men it is increasing. So there's growth, overall growth in case of men, and then there's slight drop in case of women before becoming constant. So ये एक general reading है ग्राफ की, और इस लाइन को हमने अपनी conclusion बनाना है. So that means you are not to use anything from this line when you are writing the other parts of the information. तो उसमें ये वाली line जो है इसको हम बचा के रखेंगे for our conclusion. So this is one mistake that students have done in the December test. They have repeated information. So that is why jotting down rough data like this is important, because you know कि ये हमने कहाँ लिखना है, ये वाला सिमिलैरिटी, उसके बाद ये हमने डिससिमिलैरिटी जो है वो कहाँ लिखनी है, ग्रुप कौन कौन से बनाने हैं, और ये लाइन हमने कंक्लूजन के लिए रखी है और ये हम कहीं और यूज नहीं करेंगे. So that is why it becomes important to make rough draft like this. Now after this G comes M. This M it is for measurement. Measurement it means the units. Now in this case the numbers it is given in thousands. So that means when you will be writing the figures in the graph or in your information, so you will be writing those figures in thousands. Now see, it is change over time. Now change over time means that in case your year it is going into future, maybe after 2012 there was another year given 2025. So if there was an assumption or a prediction about the future, so in that case your tense will change. But in this case the information given it is only, it will be in past, there are no future assumptions. So in such a case where there is some future assumption or prediction, so there you have to take care, because that future prediction you will have to write it in future tense. So now this is the rough data that is ready. अब इसको हमने एक पैराग्राफ की फॉर्म में लिखना है. अब वो कैसे लिखना है, वी विल स्टार्ट राइटिंग दैट. बट बिफोर दैट देयर आर few words जिनके हमें synonyms पता होने चाहिए, because हमने vocabulary जो है वो differ करनी है. हर एक लाइन में हमारी जो words हैं जो वो different होने चाहिए. So उस vocabulary के भी marks हैं. For example, अब जैसे यहाँ पे ये constant word है, एक constant word का एक another word हमने already यहाँ लिखा हुआ है consistent. So तुम्हें जो इम्पॉर्टेंट मेन वर्ड्स हैं उनके सिनोनिम्स पता होने चाहिए सो दैट यू कैन वेरी देम व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग योर इन्फॉर्मेशन. फॉर एग्जांपल अब एडमिशंस के लिए हमने एक वर्ड एनरोलमेंट यूज किया है. सो हम एक जगह पे एडमिशन यूज कर सकते हैं, एक जगह पे हम एनरोलमेंट यूज कर सकते हैं. नाउ दिस वर्ड नंबर इट इज रिपीटिंग एवरी टाइम. सो नंबर ऑफ वुमेन या नंबर ऑफ वुमेन. सो हम ये नंबर के लिए कौन कौन से वर्ड्स जो है वो यूज कर सकते हैं. सो ये हम थोड़े से ऐसे वर्ड्स वोकैबुलरी वर्ड्स रफ में लिख लेंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल फॉर नंबर वी कैन राइट टोटल, काउंट या सम टोटल, एग्रीगेट. सो ये वाले हम यूज कर सकते हैं वर्ड्स. फॉर कांस्टेंट, सस्टेन्ड, स्टेबल, स्टेडी, कंसिस्टेंट, लेवल या यूनिफॉर्म. सो ये थोड़े से वर्ड्स जो है ये अब नोट करके रखने हैं और एग्जाम से पहले ज़रूर पढ़ के जाने हैं. देन एनरोलमेंट के लिए जैसे मैंने पहले बताया एडमिशन, रजिस्ट्रेशन, रिक्रूटमेंट, एम्प्लॉयमेंट. सो ऑल दीज आर सिनोनिम्स. लेकिन हमारा जो ग्राफ के अकॉर्डिंग है, बिकॉज एक यूनिवर्सिटी में एडमिशन है उसके लिए एनरोलमेंट और एडमिशन जो है ये दो वर्ड्स ही चल सकते हैं. रजिस्ट्रेशन, रिक्रूटमेंट और एम्प्लॉयमेंट ये यहाँ पे नहीं चल सकते हैं. सो यू हैव टू टेक केयर ऑफ दिस थिंग. देन डिक्लाइन. So the word fall we can use decrease or dip, drop, weakening, slip and downswing. So these are the words that we can use in place of decline or decrease. Then growth. अब growth भी है because men का जो number है वो growth show कर रहा है. So उसके लिए we can write increase, boost, uptrend, rise and appreciation. So these are the vocabulary words. हमें एक word बार बार repeat नहीं करना है. So you have to take care of this. Now in case no other word is coming to your mind, so then of course you can repeat it, but you have to think of another word. If you can bring out another word, so it will be good to use another word. Now here, the difference between amount, number and quantity. Now why I'm going to tell this, because in these tests, the papers that I've marked just now, students they have used the word quantity of females and males. So quantity word, it should be used for an inanimate single or plural noun that can be counted or measured. So quantity, it can be used for countable and uncountable, but it says inanimate, single or plural noun. So you should take this into care. So number, it is used when you are referring to a singular or plural noun that can be counted. So number can be for both animate and inanimate. So in this case, we can use number of men and women, that is already there in the question. Amount. So amount, it should be used when you are talking about a singular noun that can't be measured. So amount is used in that case. So you take care of these things. So that is why I'll be using total or count or sum total or aggregate. So these are the synonyms that I'll be using in my answer. Now let's get started. We have to write the introductory line first. So सबसे पहले these are, this is from where I've taken this grammar part. Now introduction. Introduction है paraphrasing. So many of the students they didn't know how to paraphrase. तो अब मेरे साथ साथ आप नोट करेंगे how to paraphrase. So ये हमारे सामने question है. The bar chart below shows the number of men and women studying engineering at Australian universities. So यहाँ तक है statement. उसके आगे क्वेश्चन है. तो हमने ये जो स्टेटमेंट है इसको पैराफ्रेज करना है. पैराफ्रेज का मतलब है वी हैव टू राइट दिस स्टेटमेंट इन आवर ओन वर्ड्स. हमें ये स्टेटमेंट को अपने वर्ड्स में लिखना है. अपने वर्ड्स में मीन्स हमें यहाँ पे थोड़े से वोकैबुलरी वर्ड्स जो है चेंज करने हैं ताकि स्टेटमेंट का मतलब सेम रहे, बट वी चेंज इट इन टू आवर ओन वर्ड्स यूजिंग आवर ओन वर्ड्स. तो हम इसको कैसे लिखेंगे? अब यहाँ पे बार चार्ट है तो हम यहाँ पे bar graph लिख सकते हैं. So it says the bar chart below. So we can write the given bar graph. So here it says it shows. We can write illustrates. So the bar graph or the given bar graph illustrates. So we can write that. Then here it is the number of men and women. So we can write a total of men and women. So the words that I've just shown you. So choose and pick a word from there. Then it is studying engineering. So at Australian universities, obviously we cannot change engineering and Australian universities, but we can add here years. The years that are given here from 1992 to 2012. So then this will become our introductory statement. So I hope that this is clear how to paraphrase or begin it from your introductory statement. In case of analytical paragraph, no title is given. So straight away this question is written, and below that question you start with your paragraph. So the given bar graph illustrates the count of. So as I told you that you can choose any from the synonyms that I've given in the previous slide. So it illustrates the count of male and female students studying engineering at Australian universities from 1992 to 2012. I hope now this writing first statement is very clear to you कि first introductory statement कैसे लिखनी है. Now we move on to the second part. अब ये पार्ट जो है इंट्रोडक्टरी स्टेटमेंट से आगे फर्स्ट पार्ट है, इसको पैरा नहीं बनाना. दिस दैट इज व्हाई आई हैव रिटन पार्ट 1 एंड नॉट पैरा 1. अब हमें ये ग्राफ जो है इसको हमने रीड करके, मेरा जो फर्स्ट ग्रुप है वो है 1992 इफ यू रिमेंबर. सो 1992 ये रहा मेरा ग्रुप. अब मैंने इसके बारे में 1992 ईयर के बारे में लिखना है. सो मैंने यहाँ पे जो सिमिलैरिटीज और जो डिफरेंस था उसमें 1992 के बारे में क्या लिखा था, देयर इज अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस. सो मैं उसी ह्यूज डिफरेंस को लेके आई विल बी राइटिंग दिस पैराग्राफ. सो दिस इज हाउ I'll be writing it. It is evident from the graph. हमने ऐसे शुरू करना है. It is clear from the graph या it is evident from the graph or the graph clearly shows. So इस तरह से हमने introductory line के बाद वाली line शुरू करनी है. So it is evident from the graph that in the year 1992, so you have to write which year you are talking about. So in the year 1992, there was a huge difference between the total number of women and men enrolled at Australian universities, which was 14,000 and 2,000 respectively. So we have written everything about the year 1992. In the year 1992, there was a huge difference. So we are comparing. We have written the vocabulary about comparison, huge difference between the total number of women and men enrolled. So here we are using enrolled at the Australian universities, and then we are giving the figures, which was 14,000 and 2,000 respectively. Why we are using here was, it is past data. So which was 14,000 and 2,000 respectively. So this is our first part. Now after that, I'll move on to my second group, and my second group is 2002 and to 2012. अब मैंने इसके बारे में लिखना है. So when you will write according to your groupings and your pairs and your rough draft, you won't repeat anything. So how easy it will become how to write. Now next part 2. So again I have to read from this graph now from 2002 to 2012. Now here the difference is of 10 years. So now how I can write it? Again, this is my group and I will write like this, after a decade. So from 1992 2002 तक 10 years हो गए. So after a decade, the number of female students dropped. So here the number of female students dropped. Now here again I am using number. In the previous at one place I have used count. At the second place I have used a total number. So there's still a difference between just a number and total number. So you can do that. The number of female students dropped to 12,000 in 2002 and then remained constant for the next decade. So for the next decade, the number remained constant. During the same period, now we are writing what happened with the men students during the same period. So during the same period, the admissions. So if you remember in the previous slide, when I was writing about 1992, there I used the word enrollment. So here I am using the word admissions. So during the same period, the admissions of the male students doubled. So if you can see here, it doubled from 2000 to 4,000. So it doubled and reached 4,000 in 2002, and then again steadily rose to reach 6,000 in 2012. So from 4,000 to 6,000, again it is a steady increase. Same kind of increase that was from 2,000 to 4,000, from 4,000 to 6,000. So I can write steadily rose to reach 6,000 in 2012. So very simple language. You have just to write what you see here, and you have to take care that do not repeat the same words again. बस इसी चीज का ध्यान रखना है. जैसे मैंने समझाया कि एडमिशंस यहाँ यूज किया है, तो पिछली जो स्लाइड है वहां मैंने एनरोलमेंट यूज किया है. तो यहाँ पे मैंने द नंबर यूज किया, पिछली स्लाइड पे मैंने टोटल नंबर यूज किया था, और उससे पहले मैंने काउंट यूज किया था. So just take care of these things and compare. Like I am comparing here that it first dropped, then remained constant, whereas the male students it doubled and then steadily rose. So ये vocabulary जो है वो आनी चाहिए तुम्हारे analytical paragraph में, and then there's no problem. Now after this I have to conclude, और conclusion वाली line जो है वो मैंने पहले ही अलग करके रखी है, so it becomes very easy to write. This is the conclusion, this is the graph, and this is what I had already kept for conclusion. Growth in case of men and slight drop in case of women before becoming constant. तो इसको अब मैंने एक sentence में जोड़ देना है. So I'll write conclusion को शुरू करना है overall or to sum up. So इस तरह के word से conclusion शुरू करनी है. So overall, the aggregate. So here I am using the word aggregate. I am not using total number again. I am not using number again. I am not using count again. So I am using fourth word, the aggregate. So the aggregate of male students doubled after every decade. So ये हर decade के बाद बढ़ गया. So doubled after every decade, whereas the number of female students leveled off after a slight dip. So slight dip के बाद number of female students leveled off, जबकि जो male students है उनका जो number है constantly बढ़ रहा है. So it doubled after every decade. Now remember, conclusion में कोई figure, कोई year नहीं लिखना है. Conclusion is general trend. So वहाँ पे हमें कोई भी conclusion, कोई figure या कोई year नहीं लिखना. So this is your analytical paragraph based on this bar graph. Very simple to write. You just need to know how to make points in rough. Then there'll be no repetition. You can just write few synonyms on one side and then you can write it. Now this is the paragraph in totality. There is no need to give a title. You have to underline the important vocabulary words like I have done, so that when the examiner starts checking, the eyes of the examiner straight away goes to those vocabulary points. So the given bar graph illustrates the count of male and female students studying engineering at Australian universities from 1992 to 2012. It is evident from the graph that in the year 1992 there was a huge difference between the total number of women and men enrolled at the Australian universities, which was 14,000 and 2,000 respectively. The following decade, or I have used there after 10 years or after a decade. The number of female students dropped to 12,000 in 2002 and remained constant for the next decade. During the same period, the admissions of the male students doubled and reached 4,000 in 2002 and then again steadily rose to reach 6,000 in 2012. Overall, the aggregate of the male students doubled after every decade, whereas the number of female students leveled off after a slight dip. So like this, your paragraph will come to an end. So here you can see that the words I've tried not to repeat, but in case there is any word that is repeating, if a single word it is repeating, it's not a problem. If nothing is coming to your mind, you can do that, but try not to repeat each and every word again and again. So this is the bar graph, and I hope that now you will be able to write in your next test. Now since your board exams, they are scheduled to be in May, that means that still we will have 2 to 3 sets of exams before your final exams. So till then you will be able to write analytical paragraphs in a better way. So that's all. Hope this was easy for you. So you can watch all my other videos on analytical paragraphs and practice. So there is a video on line graph, on bar graph, on pie chart. So this is another video on bar graph. Then all types of formal letters I have discussed. So you can just go watch them and practice, and your writing section, it'll become perfect. Chapters and poems are already there. So this is a 5-mark question, but don't just leave thinking that it's just 5 marks, because every mark it matters. So now I hope you won't leave this question. So if you've liked this video, do subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so that everyone can learn. And in your next exams, I want to check better papers. Thank you. Bye for now and happy preparation.